Alright, welcome back to another episode of Art Time, where today I'm working on the first episode of this new series I'm making called Heavenly Deadland. Some characters might change in between episodes, depending on what the hell I decide to do. But yes, if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like and subscribe for more. So, I guess the best way I can probably describe this series to you is it's inspired off of two animes you probably heard before. First anime is Tokyo Ghoul, and the second one is Dead Man Wonderland. The blood abilities that the main character here uses. And they're all in Japan. So, Elemental's Reborn takes place in a mythical land. I think technically Commander is Polish-ish, somewhat, so to speak. Because you do have four different nationalities if, they were real and, and if it's anything like our world. I think Gwyneth is Polish, Ariella is Asian. I don't know what Ganther is. And then there's Damadora, who's probably Arabic and whatnot. Also, if you've not noticed, I'm doing the Hunter x Hunter nose styles for this series alone. Because I figured, sure, why not? If we're going to be doing something different with the noses here, we might as well, at the very least, use the noses that I've been using with the, the Pito series that I've been not using. Anyways, yes, so this entire series takes place in Japan. I got two series right now that takes place in Tokyo. I think one of them, it depends. I don't really know what Tokyo is in terms of, is it a city, is it a town, whatever. Regardless, it takes place somewhere in that district, which means all these characters' names are going to be a pain in the ass for me to remember. So right now, this is Hanakuma that I'm drawing. Nose is a little on the dot. I guess I could tell you the plot since a lot of it's already out now in reading formation. So the plot here is simple. Kind of is similar to Tokyo Ghouls, with, humans or whatever the hell they... It's been a while since I've seen it, and I've only seen 2 seasons. Apparently, Re's a continuation? I don't know exactly, because I only saw what was shown on Toonami. But I've only seen those 2 seasons, and it's been so long since I've seen it that I can't really remember. It's a similar concept, except instead of ghouls, it's devils being these guys, and the angels being these guys. Let's zoom out. These guys here. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but the size here is way bigger than most of the other Elemental's Reborn, Nova Guardian, and Adventurous Ami is the only 3 series that I have that are using the old size, which I don't know what it was, but the current size is 2970 4512. So it's a lot more pixels to work with in such a small space, which is good, because I do need to get more time. Also, I'm going to try to hurry it up and focus more so on getting this shit done with in the shading department, because, let's just say I have been very busy with a lot of other things right now this entire friggin' week, and, I've not been able to get any recording done with anything else outside of Terraria, Sonic Adventures 2, and Minecraft. I just finished recording Game Crafters. I had recorded an episode of Played Up. This is probably coming out as soon as that comes out. See how the hell that run went. It's the hot dog run, so I'm pretty sure I don't need to tell you how that went. Well, then again, RNGesus is always a prick to me sometimes, so it couldn't have been helped, apparently. Also, it was Shade's birthday some time ago that I've explained in Game Crafters and Played Up, but you guys probably don't even watch those, so, yeah. So, yeah, I'm very busy. Because I've been trying to get a few things done with Adventurous Ami's 16th episode, Lustful Horror's first episode, this one. And this one has... I thought I was going to have more characters here, but I think I just decided to instead just delegate them throughout, the first set of episodes. I'm going to tell you this right now. This series isn't going to be similar to, Elemental's Reborn and Nova Guardians. Granted, Nova Guardians' first episode was pretty morbid. I guess Nova Guardians does have some morbidity, but it's not, often. This series is morbid. there's going to be a lot of body horror based stuff. I got one in particular, not to spoil things too much, that's going to involve somebody getting ripped open from the inside out due to some parasite. I have something even more special occurring towards, probably around episode 18 or so, that I think a lot of you are going to like. It's going to be the one major thing that kind of sets this series apart from Tokyo Ghoul, because that doesn't have anything like it. As far as I'm aware, I don't know what Re is like. I've only seen seasons 2 and 1. And as for Deadman Wonderland, it's been so long since I've seen that, I barely remember anything. Hell, I don't even know if I've seen every single episode, like I have been doing with most shows as of recent. The only real thing here that I'm getting inspiration from, inspired off of from Deadman Wonderland, is just blood-based abilities. But I can tell you this much for a fact. The devils here, they have certain abilities. Whether it be, using their blood to essentially just control and make it into a knife or something. Or, like, changing their body mass, or using their hair, or even tears. There's going to be like a subtle hint to her utilizing her tears. Not just her tears, but other people's tears as well to attack them. Which can actually be pretty deadly, because you could technically drown somebody in their own tears. You could even have it go so far as to have their tear ducts burst and then they'll bleed blood from their eyes. That's tears/blood. I guess because there's still tears inside the blood, it would be more so just controlling a little bit of I think it's more just to use it as a means to impair their vision and go in for the actual full-on kill. But, yeah. So, you're probably wondering, well, how do these devils die? How did the ghouls die? I don't remember. What I do know is the way these devils are going to die, because you can't just kill a devil normally, obviously. If we're going by Demon Slayer rules or whatever the hell rules Tokyo Ghoul had, there's a very specific condition that requires you to meet in order to kill a devil, and that's to destroy their heart. Cut off their head, not going to work. They'll be able to regrow it back. It's their heart that's their weak spot. And now, granted, you have to destroy the whole heart. Makes sense, right? Destroy the whole heart. If you have the heart set in a way where it cannot repair itself at all, and destroy the vitally important parts of the hearts, then that would work too. Destroying the whole heart at the very least guarantees that the devil you are trying to slay is going to die. Just know that if you're going out there, if you're with the angels, or whatever the hell their group is going to be called, probably not angels, or maybe a Japanese equivalent to angels or something. I don't know what that is yet. But if you're going to go join the angels in their fight against the devils, know that your life is at stake. The chances of you dying is high, extremely high. You're not going to be a master like some of these angels. That's for certain. Because it probably also stands to reason that normal guns isn't going to do much of anything. What is this? For fuck's sakes. It's fine, it's fine. I'll just go back and adjust it, it's fine. I don't even think I needed to move from this spot. I think they're both the same damn thing. So anyways, it would stand to reason that pretty much most firepower, most guns don't really do much good against these devils. But that's not to say that they aren't effective, it's just that you gotta know how to frickin' use them, of course. If you don't know how to use the weapon you've got your hand on to be able to kill a devil, chances are you're dying. Because these devils are pretty resilient. You can cut off their limbs, you can cut off their heads, you can temporarily blind them by gouging out their eyes, but they'll be able to just regrow a new one. Doesn't mean they can't still feel pain when that occurs. It just means that you're going to make them agitated once their eye regrows. The residual pain still sticks until it eventually disappears. And then they're golden. Needless to say, this series is going to be pretty gruesome. So I would say try not to get attached to anybody too much. I'm not going to say who's going to die or who's going to live. It's going to be left up to interpretation. But think of it like Kill la Kill. It's a very gruesome series with a lot of characters dying in very different ways. One character had her head cut off, and that was it. And that ticks me off still. So that's why I don't have Kane Raitaningu murder the ever-living shit out of who did that. You know Kane Raitaningu. I would probably just do the same thing I did with My Hero Academia and with Luna and Kane cleaning up the kill mess. But that's not what we're talking about. Right now we're talking about this series. And it also doesn't mean that I can't also do the same thing with my own series. If I don't want this character to die, and most of the characters here are pretty much all 18 and over, except for her. She's the only one who's not 18 or over. But I don't think I'm going to do anything with that. I don't know just yet. We don't know. It's uncertain. It's unclear. So I'd say still just don't get attached to any character. Because chances are they're just not going to last. Maybe they'll last for a season or two. Who knows? That's the mystery of it. Just know there's going to be a lot of death here. A lot of character deaths. Main character deaths? I don't know. He's probably not going to die. Because we need to have somebody to, like, showcase most of what occurs. He's kind of the main focal point of the series. It is the case. You got main character here. I mean, granted, you know, we could pull a Kill la Kill and have a main character die, even though technically speaking, spoilers, the main character, the guy, you know, the new guy who gets thrust into this group, technically he isn't really quote-unquote the main character because it's Akami who's the main character, and she doesn't die. So, yeah. Again, I don't know why the hell I'm talking about that. I guess it's kind of similar in a way. I mean, didn't Tokyo Ghoul have a lot of character deaths as well towards, like, the end of Season 2 and whatnot? No idea. I think it did. Hard to say, really. Anyways, I don't got a lot of time, so I gotta get this done with. Oh, and also, I'm going to reinforce this again. There's a good chance that I might change up some characters' appearances here. There's a good chance I might do that. I'll still shade it in, but you might just see a different character appearance in the next episode. Maybe a different nose, a different head shape, a different hairstyle or something. I'm trying to, like, finalize this a bit more, but I have to get this all done with on a Wednesday, which means if I want to get this done with, I gotta, again, sacrifice an entire freaking week of not... Where the fuck is the goddamn even point? I gotta sacrifice an entire week of not getting anything offline done with for game or Paint Maze, which I think the only thing I can do right now outside of, like, one map... No. Well, the camera's kind of set now. Either way, the music is what I need to do for the main menu. At the very least, try to get that done with. Because there's still a few UI-based things that I gotta do. This is definitely going to come out Thursday. I'm going to try to make it come out Thursday. You better come out Thursday, goddammit. I'll, like, get it drawn and done with Wednesday, get these posted with the, what do you call it, thumbnail. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to figure out how the thumbnails go. I don't think it should be too difficult. Just going ahead and bring the height size down a bit and then boom. It means these thumbnails aren't going to have a whole lot of pixels to them. Because there's a lot of pixels here, but all the pixels are going to get reduced. At least there's not a lot of the characters here to be shown, but again, I don't know how this is going to go. Shading does take a while. And now I gotta take a dump, but I'll hold it in until we're done here. Hopefully I can get this done with before you get in the damn shower so I can go take a damn dump. Not outside, but inside. Granted, I wouldn't do that outside anyway, so there's no other option. I gotta go inside. Alright, let's see. Aside from that, there's the pants, and that should be it for this character. So, like, I don't know if I am going to add more to his character. I could add, like, a chains, or at least something that looks like a bunch of chains connecting together. I could. Not saying I will, and I'm not entirely too sure exactly what I have planned for his design. His design is more simplistic compared to everybody else, but it makes sense. He's like an emo. And the story starts out with him thinking he's a human. But he doesn't really have that thought process because he didn't think, I'm a devil? I've been a devil this whole time? No, that didn't cross his mind at all. He doesn't have any belts. Basically just like regular old sweatpants kind of deal. Somewhat, so to speak. That's not the pants I want. I want pants 1C. Doesn't mean that there isn't any, like, seam there anyways, although I don't know if I can change that a bit. So, I guess I could probably say the way this entire beginning of the series worked. I can remember this much for a fact in the beginning of this series, surprisingly. Not this series, the Tokyo Ghoul series, surprisingly. There's this ghoul character who's dating this human, and she's trying to kill him. The one major difference from that is this is a good demon, or devil, I should say. Devil, demon, is going to be a pain in the ass for me to try to keep it consistent. She wanted to date somebody like... Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and get this. Oh, wait. I was supposed to be there. This is Junhana. If I'm pronouncing that right. Junhana. Her name will probably be shortened to June. And him, I don't know. Hana? I can't just say Akuma because that's too little on the nose. If you know what Akuma is in Japan. Did I fucking forget the eyelash? I did forget the... This is the issue when you have so many things to color in, so many things to shade. You're gonna miss so many things. It's fine. It's done. Back to the head. But she's... I forgot the... I added that and I forgot the... It's fine. There we go. Everybody's nose here is more prominent. So, as I was saying, she dated him because she wanted somebody who was nice and, you know, not violent. She probably didn't even really knew that he was a devil. Probably. I don't know. Whether or not that's a major plot point, I guess it depends, really. Because he didn't know he was a devil. He never, like, had any violent tendencies, and most devils have violent tendencies. It's going to be similar to that one group, I can't remember, the ghouls that, like, run the cafe with that old man. Like, devils that aren't too violent, but, you know, because of the way these freaking angels work, and because of the fact that they're hell-bent on eradicating all devils, no matter the case. Yeah, they still have to fight for their life. It's not a case of, you know, they go out and kill innocent people. But there is going to be a group that does do that. Similar to what happened to that weird centipede buff guy who came in and decided to do that. There isn't going to be a scene like that here in a similar sense. Main character isn't going to suffer for that, but I will say there is going to be some centipede stuff here. It's going to be way off the charts, though. It's going to basically take the centipede scene from that series and just amp it up to 11. And I know who the character is that's going to dish out that action. Not going to say who, but I'm pretty sure you could probably take a wild guess once you see them. Are they here now? I don't know. If I say they're here now, you're going to be spoiled because, you know, something. Are you going to be spoiled? Who knows? But it doesn't exactly matter just yet. That won't come until way later anyways. How later? I don't know. One thing's for certain, though, is it's going by the 24-episode mark like I have been doing for the past 3 series. So unlike Tokyo Ghoul, its first season is 24 episodes. I mean, I feel like that's kind of like the perfect number for a large series. Like, okay, that one series that I'm making, Lustful Horrors, although that's more of an anthology than anything else. But Lustful Horrors is only 6 episodes, at least the anthology. Night Before Graduation is 6 episodes. Pretty much everything's going to be 6 episodes. And there's her tongue, bled out from the thing. Yeah, it's going to be pretty dark, this series. A lot of body horror stuff. Something that most people probably aren't going to be prepared for. But there is, like, this one... There's 2 characters I'm looking forward to, but they're not introduced until way later. One of them, I think, is probably going to be introduced in episode 6, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be probably most people's favorites because of, you know... Well, you'll know when you see her. You will know when you see her. But that's episode 6. And then there's another one coming somewhere after maybe episode 12, probably 13 or so. Most likely 13. And I will say this character is inspired mostly off of Z, so I'm pretty sure you know who he's going to be. A femboy twink who joins in the Angels. Not really similar stories, but it's more so just going to be like, you know, both abandoned by most humans, severe hatred for most devils, or, well, I wouldn't say most, it depends. Depends on how the hell I want to write them, because I don't know fully just yet. I know that Z or Juzo wants to play with them, quote-unquote play. I don't know the name of this character yet. I gotta figure out a name. Got so many goddamn freaking Japanese names I'm gonna have to remember. With the Lustful Horrors. God, there was even the freaking... Well, I'm not gonna say it because it is a pretty big spoiler, but yeah, it's just freaking... Several names I still have to remember in that series. Takako... Oh, I should go in order alphabetically. Atsuhiko, Kyoko, Kuriko, Masako, Ryoko, and Takako. And I gotta remember Hanakuma? What's his fucking name? And Jun Hana? Oy. At least her name is Kohaku, which is apparently also a girl's name, from what I've read from Pampers' name list. I literally had to go to Pampers to get, like, Japanese name, and did, like, a little Japanese lore thing. Apparently, Ko means child. Apparently, that's what that means. Which is probably a pretty strange name to have once you've reached adulthood. Because you're like, Ko, but you're not a child anymore. But I guess they probably have the name change after, I don't know, Japanese naming schemes. I have a hard enough time trying to come up with unique American or English names. Not American name, well, American, English. Depends. Britain, American, are the names different? I guess it doesn't exactly matter. Man, Google freaking little algorithm search would be like, this guy's having a baby. Quick, show typer ads. I'm like, no, you idiot. You fool. And then I post this, and they're like, wait, what? You were just grabbing baby names for these characters? Well, not baby names, they're people names, you fool. Why are you saying baby names? But but the algorithm, shut up, your algorithm doesn't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm a creator, I need to figure out names for characters. I'm trying to do something other than America. Japan. Well, I guess technically speaking, I haven't done America because the 3 series, actually, Adventure Zombie takes place on an alien planet named Eris. Etheria for Elementals Reborn, and I don't even think I named-dropped freaking Nova Guardian's planet. I don't even know what that name is. I don't even know if it has a name. But one thing's for certain, they're definitely not on Earth, and that's been stated before with the characters, speaking and whatnot. I imagine Earth is still active. It's probably gone the same way as the Earth in Cowboy Bebop, if I would have to take a wild guess. Like, it's still habitable. There's still areas that are habitable, but it's just not really a place you want to live anymore. No, Jupiter, now that's where you want to live, apparently. I don't know how. I mean, I guess there are ways. Maybe there's, like, space stations. Maybe humans in Cowboy Bebop universe somehow managed to make it so that, you can go into the surface of the gas planet, but... Yeah, but how the fuck would you deal with the storms of Jupiter? I mean, they probably have something set there. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I've never really focused too much about the planet lore of Cowboy Bebop. So, I don't know, it's hard to say, really. That's still hand. Go to thumb, you fool. Regardless, I have yet to make a series that takes place in America outside of the Portrait series. Which I guess now that I think about it, we're about to make a series that takes place in America soon. 2, actually. Because I'm pretty sure it's presumed that that's where all of the Portrait girls are at in America. And if you didn't know that, well, pay attention, moron. I guess you're just not listening hard enough. But wait a minute. Ugh, shit. Do I have your skin somewhere that... good. Yeah, good. Oh, great. Fantastic. Skin. Oh, these guys are taking... Or these two are taking a while to get done with. Where the hell is this again? I guess it doesn't matter. I should have figured that this was going to be here, but I didn't. I didn't figure. These names are just going to be a pain in the arse for me to remember. On top of the 6 that I already gotta remember. At least Gwyneth, Ariella, Ganthu, Damadora, and then Vanessa, Kiahana, Shikama, Yashashi, John, and Tina. Oh, so easy enough. Duvall, Bradford, Sarah, Abdin, Jesus Christ. I'm sure he's going to make an appearance in this series. Because there's going to be a lot of religious shit here. Just know there's probably going to be a lot of, other things in religion, but I'm not gonna say too much about it just yet. Jean, Nomura, Aqua, Judas, Commander Garter's dead, but name is still there. Arya, Susan, I think, was the other one. What the hell? What was that guy's name again? Lloyd? Yeah, there was Lloyd. I forgot his wife's name. It was a good thing I wrote that in the freaking series, because otherwise I would have sucked. I think I did. So many names to remember. And not just the character from those series, but we got like Moon, Rain, Snow, Celine, Emily, Claire, Abigail, Allison, DJ, Chijimatsu, Anne, Holly, May, yes, Broseph, I think his name was. What you no, though. You dumbass, what did you do? You know what, actually, better idea. I don't know what the hell you just did, or why the hell you did it. I will at least copy this, but call this Arm 1A. Anyways, Mitch, but he's dead, so it doesn't matter. You know, Mitch the man bitch. The guy who abused Holly. And Anne flipped over. Way over. I'm gonna fucking kill you, you stupid pixel nonsense. It's fine. I'll just delete these. It doesn't matter. Anti-Elias can be a bitch sometimes, I tell you what. Who else? Who else was there? There was William? Oh, Christ, I can't remember. Gareth, Uncle Gareth, Father William, Father Mine, and Mother Mine don't have their full names yet. There was Beatrice, there was Reuben, there was Nora. I think it was Nora. I think that was the poison elemental, or the nature poison girl in that overview. Archasius, Hestrana, those two names I'm surprised I'm even still able to remember because they're literally made up names. They're like a combination of certain names put together to make it sound like actual names. I guess technically names can be made up anyways. And I fucking look at Elon Musk naming his child the math equation, or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know, it was something. It was something that wasn't normal, so I don't think gods and goddesses being named like Archasius and Hestrana are gonna really do anything. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Mock the name? Hestrana will just be disappointed in you, like, you know, a disappointed parent. Not mad, just disappointed. And Archasius is gonna be killing you. They're gonna freaking gravitational burst you or some shish. Because it's also presumed that the gods who created Etheria also have all of the spells at their disposal. I don't see why they wouldn't. It wouldn't make any sense for them not to, you know? Oof, man. Despite them being devils, you still gotta feel sorry for some of them. Maybe not all of them, because there's probably gonna be some that are like, you know, people look at and they're gonna be like, ugh, oh, I don't like what that devil does. Oh, God, kill it. Kill it with fire. I can imagine. Any devil that has the ability to basically just fuck around with somebody's body and just like turn them into Swiss cheese while not even needing to really be there that much. Those are the kind of devils I imagine some people would probably be more adverse to liking. Even if they have like the most sweetest personality in the world. If you're like, I mean, I guess technically speaking, it's more a case of you hurt their friends, they will hurt you. You kick the hornet's nest, the hornets will sting back. And you're going to turn into basically a pile of flesh or an amorphous blob or Swiss cheese. Again, I can't think of anything else with holes in it. And it makes sense. Sometimes some of them will attack when you're not even provoked. But yeah, there's probably definitely going to be some devils here that you're just not going to like. At least with him, it makes sense that you would probably like... Oh, it depends. Is he going to be a Kirito, or is he going to be like a Tanjiro? A likable character, Tanjiro, or a non-likable character, Kirito. And I can't remember the guy from Tokyo Ghoul's name, but I don't know if he's considered likable because what he does. I remember correctly reading on Toonami while the series was on the channel. I remember people like not really liking him that much because you know, he did abandon like the people he was originally with, which yeah, that's kind of a dick move. I don't exactly remember why he went with the invading ghouls, but yeah, what can you do? What can you do? Man, I kind of want to have a moment in here where this guy over here has a Jason moment, but I got to really figure out like a name that also sounds good but doesn't like replicate that. Look, it's inspired off of it, but I don't want a one-for-one replica. Otherwise, I can't really make any money off of this series if for some reason it gets animated. Which part of me kind of hopes it does, because some scenes read out, it's just not going to have the same effect as seeing it on screen. You thought Made in Abyss was bad with the way death occurs there? Ooh, boy, you haven't seen this yet. I feel like this series is just out to try to outdo Made in Abyss in the gore factor and the body horror factor. I'm going to have to try my damnedest. And also, I don't want to outdo Tokyo Ghoul because it's inspired off of it. I'm not looking to outdo it in storytelling too much. I don't even know if I am that good at storytelling. I can't tell. Hard to say, really. I don't really have that many feedback. I can't say for the fact, though, that pacing seems like it's an issue most times. Because I do a read and imagine of just, like, reading a dialogue. I don't read any of the other stuff until, after I've gotten the 22 minutes, and then I read through it to make sure all the grammar and the whatnot is fine. But I read through the dialogue, I remember what the actions were supposed to be, play them out in my head, and then we continue on with the dialogue. And we keep going until we amass about, 22 minutes, and we try to get, decent pacing and how long certain scenes should last. That's basically how I've done it. That's basically what I mean when I say 22-minute read and imagine. Sometimes it goes past 22 minutes, but maybe it's because I've taken too long in certain actions, and it doesn't go by as quickly as it should. A series should have a good amount of dialogue, but not too much. I've noticed that. Nova Guardians is a bit different because that doesn't have the 22-minute limitation. That just goes for as long as I can get it to go. 55 to 60 kilobytes, and not even 60 sometimes, because I gotta put all the other information in. Apparently that's 4 kilobytes worth of space, so it's like once I pass 55 kilobytes, I gotta try to end it soonish. Which, it should be fine, considering the fact that we got a lot here. Anyways, yeah. I can't wait to get this fully going soon. What did I just... Okay, I don't know. So this, this is Juno Samu. I don't know what his name's going to be. Sam or something. Probably shortened to Sam. Depends, really. Juno Samu. There's a certain meaning to that name, but you have to look at Pampers and look at the combination of words and letters. I think originally it was Osamu, but I think June was added after that. I can't remember what June was, but I think this is supposed to just basically be a combination of June, J-U-N, and then Osamu. O-S-A-M-U. So look at Osamu and then look at whatever the hell June means, and there's your meaning. I try to give them meaning to their names instead of just looking at cool names, although some of them might be a little tongue-in-cheek. Now, I don't know what people are going to think of most of these characters here. First impressions and all that. And I can't really exactly set up a poll that easily because there's a lot of characters. This is just scratching the surface. I was thinking about adding more characters to this, but I decided to just go on ahead and stick with this as the main set of characters. We're probably going to introduce 4 more characters in episode 2. That's the hair. In episode 2. And even more characters in episode 3. We're trying to basically just build up all the characters here so that we have a big enough cast to work with so that when the time comes for certain characters to die, we don't get left off with a small handful. Still have enough to work with characters. Doesn't mean that more characters aren't going to be added after that, because, some characters will probably die off pretty early before, the end of Season 1 and whatnot. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. And I'm saying we'll see. The only thing you need to know here that isn't really too much of a spoiler, because we don't know who's dying and who's living, is that some characters are going to die. I don't think that's much of a spoiler. Just know that there's going to be a lot of deaths here. I'm setting the tone here pretty high by showing off, not really a major, this is another red shirt character. I have several red shirt characters, or not several, at least 3 that I know of right now, who were introduced in the first episode and then just dies in that episode. Commander Garter is a good example. This girl over here is a good example. And then we've got Aurora, I think her name was, from Adventurous Army, which is episode 5, but it's basically just to show you that there is a limit to the curse that they have. If you want to know more about the curse, $10 to read like 15 episodes, soon to be 16, because I already got the drawing finished. I just got to write it up and hopefully post it Saturday. We'll see. I'm hoping I can get this done with before Thursday. Right now it's a Tuesday. I'm just hoping I can get this done with on a Wednesday, so that on Thursday I can write the entire episode. And then Friday I do my 3 recordings, because I don't do Played Up anymore on, late, because I need to make sure I'm fully awake. And then Saturday, depending on if we get all this shit fixed, hopefully. I really hope we get this shit fixed soon. We got a plumber called in earlier this week. I think it was yesterday, was it? That contributes to the damn flooding problem. I'm about to be the water man soon. Think Wade was the more. I'm constantly dealing with freaking floods whenever it rains too much in this shithole. It's annoying. It's very annoying. Although I guess I don't really have to worry about upstairs flooding, because I think that's what happened. And I can't imagine having upstairs, what'd you call it? Wait a minute, forgot about this. So, yeah. Or he could be probably nicknamed as Juno, couldn't he? I have no clue. Alright, then after Saturday, I'm either going to do Played Up or I'm going to write the episode of Adventurous Army. It depends. I gotta get something out sooner. So Adventurous Army is probably first, and if I can't get an episode, it depends. We're doing hot dog runs, and we're gonna keep doing it until we get the 5-star. Just expect that that's probably going to be a pain in the arse. No doubt about it. It's probably even worse than burgers. I think burgers is 30. Anything that has to involve with serving a hell of a lot more customers is always stressful. That's why turkey is the most fun run and less stressful, because there's not a whole lot you have to worry about. Makes me wonder if I could do the turkey franchise and try to get my arse up to, what do you call it? That is a good question. Man, part of me would like to serve groups of 2 to 3 customers so I can get even more money. But, it depends. I got large restaurants, though, so I can at the very least do good with franchising or even something else. I need to get RNG to actually give me good-looking seeds. I'm not getting any really good seeds, and that sucks. I don't like it. I want better seeds. I need more seeds that'll have me work in the kitchen. That's what I want, instead of a diner, or a large diner. Of course! Large diner. Where you just have a much bigger diner space. And you can go on ahead and get your hands on a hell of a lot more space to work with, both in the kitchen and out. Maybe it doesn't even have to be a 3 wide, and it's just very wide here, allowing you to get at least 7 sets of customers in. Because that's the issue. We're not getting any really good large seeds that have us coming into the kitchen and only being in the kitchen. Most of the seeds seem more acquainted towards co-op and whatnot, but that's not what we are worrying about right now. That's not what we are solo playing. I need a seed that makes it so I stay in the kitchen. And it makes me wonder if there's more custom seeds out there that gives me the perfect restaurant size. There has to be. There just has to be. But then again, I'm still only 1 cat. So, yeah. Also, was this supposed to be... I think this was supposed to... Oh, that's going to be interesting. But I think this was supposed to be like that. Well, not all the way. Depends. What if I just get rid of that and not have that here? And then we just go on ahead and just get rid of this so we don't have that shadow. Like it matters because the shadow's going to be here. Oh man, I've been talking all goddamn day and I'm tired of it. Oh Christ, why are you like that? Okay, good. And good thing I looked at that. That's probably bothering multiple people. I think that's all from you. No, not the shirt, the arm. Okay, that should be good for now. I'm gonna go ahead and minimize this over here. Alright, so I believe this one's Kiyomi? Yeah. Think of her like I don't know what his name was. The orange-haired guy who, joined whatever special operation later on in the series to try to take down ghouls, who also then died at, like, the end of Season 2. I don't know if that guy died. The main guy died. I think he died. I'm pretty sure he died. But think of her as the love interest, or at least the love interest who is, following him, but he doesn't share the same reciprocation. That's kind of what this is. I mean, we needed a high school friend, right? Because otherwise, what the hell are we going to do with high school? Oh, also, by the way, these are all like third years. Well, these two are at least. These three, I should say. These are like the high school bunch, but you're more like the enemy, the rival, who is also kind of just out to kill instead of like actually be a rival. I don't know how old anybody else here is. Most of them are adults. One here's a child. These three up here are adults. Not much I can say 100% for fact. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more so I can get more precision here. I gotta say, though, I definitely can't wait to see this series grow. It's starting off slow, though. Not as slow as Nova Guardian started off. No, this one's starting off with like 4 episodes limitation period. So we got one for this month of May, another one's going to be coming out in July, another one in September, and another one in November. That's kind of the main idea with that in mind. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good idea. And then it'll stick like that for 3 limitation periods until, Elemental's Reborn finishes its first season and Nova Guardian finishes its entirety of the series. And after that, it goes to 6, followed by what will be Roscoe Morgan, Legendary Gunslinger, and finally Chrome Wars. Chrome Wars is the kind of series that we just built up for ages, but we never really got around to fully making it into a series. If it wasn't for Nova Guardians, Chrome Wars probably would have been the first one. Actually, matter of fact, I don't know. Nova Guardians was the first thing that inspired me to go on ahead and make like a comic-esque series out of it. And in the same vein as, this right here. So, I don't know. It's the same theory with Moon. I'm going to get a sore throat at the end of this. It's the same theory with Moon. Moon is the little sister, both little in age in terms of I think Rain is 25, Moon is 21, and little in height of Rain, and of course the daughter of Moon, or Mist. I was right letter-wise, but my brain went to the wrong one. And the daughter of Mist, both of which are the courts, obviously, because, freaking... Anyways, yeah, the fact that, she came to be, and the fact that, we kind of drew... we probably would have drawn the Goth group together already, but, I don't know. Was Moon the inspiration? Moon was basically just, the full-on inspiration to, draw the Goth girls again. Because I don't think we've drawn Rain in such a long-ass time. I wanted to go to be a fool. Also, I don't think your hair should be, white sheen. I think it needs to... Okay, reduce the sheen, but go back to here and make this like this. And, whoops. We'll just go on ahead and try to keep it more darker and less brighter, or at least not too bright. Just focus more on the darkness instead of going to the brightness, you know? So yeah, Moon kind of just, you know, brought inspiration to draw most of the other stuff. Is there anything here? No, it's just this. So the real question is, in terms of Nova Guardians, would I have been doing series like this if I didn't do the Nova Guardian series? Hard to say, really. It inspired me to do Elementals Reborn, and inspired me to do Adventurous Ami first and foremost. It inspired me to do all of that. And in the end, we're left off with at least, at this point in time, including Adventurous Ami, of course, 5 series, which is Elementals Reborn, Nova Guardian, Adventurous Ami, Lustful Horrors, and Heavenly Deadland. All of these series, and not only that, but we got Angels and Devils, not the name of this, I know it's the same name, but it's a different thing. I figured, sure, why not? We're going to do like 2 religion-based series, one that's shorter and one that's longer, i.e. this one. Then I might as well just do a little tongue-in-cheek naming scheme of, yep, more Angels and Devils, but this one's actually Angels and Devils, while the other one, the short one, is more like theoretical, like, you know, a metaphor, if you will. Who's the angels? Who's the devils? That one at least makes a lot more sense because, you know, there's like the quote-unquote devils on the one side that the Christians think are like the scum of the planet. Those who don't really like follow their version of God, but their own version of God, which is basically the same God, but it's just, you know, certain Christians and certain groups just seem to think that there's like a different variation of God in every single instance of Christianity. I don't know. And it's like they're trying to turn Jesus into an NFT or some shit by trying to give him different versions, different like personalities, and some even with different looks. Nobody really knows, honestly. I mean, wasn't it like, that depends. When was record keeping a thing that occurred? You would think that there would be some kind of records kept from like way before, you know, the BC instance, or at least around the AC instance, or whatever the fuck it's called. Also, ribbon. Wait, where the fuck? Ah, there it is, even though you can't even really see it. Ugh, my hand is sore. I mean, I have been working a lot today with this. Makes sense. Arm is sore, body is sore. Went back to work today on a Tuesday. They gave us an option of voluntary no-point days, and I took 1 day for Monday to get more time. And even with that time, it's still not enough. It's still not enough time. I probably should have taken at least 2 days, because then at the very least I would have been able to gotten a hell of a lot more done with. Hell, I might even be done with this beforehand. Yeah, this is the one thing I wasn't too sure about with some characters. I got like designs here, designs there. What else could I do with your shirt? A regular basic bitch shirt, regular basic bitch sweater shirt again. There's got to be more designs I can put here. Like, if there's any designs I can put in, it's definitely going to be placed in at some point. Jesus Christ, it's almost 3:30. Are you cheating me? Ugh, my neck. And it's pretty freaking hot in here, so my shirt. It's more so just... it's not that hot, it's just not that sweaty. Surprisingly. It's 3:25. Oof, man. I hope I can get this done with soon. I mean, there's a few characters here that have a lot more showing to them, so it obviously is going to take a little bit more time to get them done with, obviously. At least some of them, the texturing process should be very quick and simple. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's all too much, Hank. Man. I mean, I know I wanted to get a whole bunch of recording done with, but whoo boy. It has to be like around, like, I don't know, almost 5 hours recording. How long have we been at this so far? Almost an hour? Granted, yeah, I get it. Shading does take a while. If we want it to look good, we gotta take a little bit of time at least. I want to get to those that are in the back who don't have too many of their bodies showing, so there's less for me to have to shade. That's why I'm trying not to lose too much focus, because if I lose focus, then we're going to be stuck here for longer than I want to, and I want to try to get this done with before 4, or at least before 4:30 or 5. I don't know, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that we get this done with, and we get it done with right. Which means I might just... I'm going to show you who I might change. There's a couple of characters here who I might change up a bit. Probably won't do it today. I'm probably going to do it... Well, today as in Tuesday. Tomorrow as in Wednesday. And by the time this comes out, it's probably technically going to be Friday, but to me it's a Thursday because my time doesn't end until I sleep. And then that's when Friday fully begins for me, at least. That's how it works for me. That's how that works for me. Somewhere out there it's a Thursday while it's... Well, well, at the time this video comes out, somewhere out there it's a Thursday. Shirley. Or don't call me Shirley. Yep. Try not to do too many voices because I'm going to just have such a sore throat. Talking this much without really much of a drink, but I don't want to go on ahead and drink more Pepsi because then I'm going to be kept up all night and I don't want that again. Were you supposed... Oh, right, of course. The legs are actually supposed to be above the socks. Oh, hey, perfect. It's all here. Good, great. Also, are you sticking out right now? Surprisingly not. This thing. You can't just stay where you're supposed to stay. There might be something I'm going to try to do going into tomorrow. Apparently, you don't need to get you wash your hair every day, just like every other day, or like once a week, depending on what your hair is. I don't know, it depends on how greasy my hair can get. I'm going to try to, remember to not wash the hair, but just the body. Which will probably get me in and out of the shower at a hell of a lot faster rate, that's for certain. I'll just have to try to, not get it wet as much. I ain't using shower caps. I don't even have shower caps. But I have a very specific system where I don't, go in and fully do anything and just walk to the side. I'm going to have to try to remember that because I am so used to my particular habit of just washing, shampooing, then condition every day. But I don't think you need to do that every day. There isn't really any, instructions. You're basically just left on your own trying to figure out how to, do things properly. And, how the hell are you supposed to know how to do things properly? Yeah, I literally have to be a scientist to know. Not really, but for me it technically feels like it. Alright, who are we working this? Yes. Okay, so this is Yaeko. Yaeko. Y-A-E-K-O. No clue how to pronounce her name. She's like the... What the hell was that black-haired girl's name again? The one who's the waitress and the, what-you-call-it? I can't remember her name. Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen the series. She's like that. There's also a little combination of Benny from Chainsaw Man. I don't know, I've only seen the memes on Twitter. At some point I do want to watch that series, but, question. What's your question, Soldier? Is it dubbed? What? I'm just saying, is it dubbed? Woke up the cat. I don't understand that whole dub and sub war some people seem to have. Some people, not everybody. And you know what's funny about most of this? Technically speaking, if these were to ever get, like, animated by a studio, technically the dub would be the Japanese version because this was made by an American. They would have to translate, but we have the speech here. I don't know how the hell that would work. The question being, would we have, like, anime studio animating it, or a Western studio that does animation in the same vein as anime doing it? I don't know. Do I think I'm going to reach that point at some point? Well, the person who made Harry Potter got famous out of Harry Potter, but I don't think that's the same vein. I don't think I'm in any way, shape, or form close to reaching that particular level of fame, or, in that case, infamy. Eyebrow. Yep. So yeah, she's basically just a combination. I don't know if most of this is shown just yet. I don't think it is just fully. But I'm going to say this right here. Yaiko, or Yaiko, whatever hell her name might change, I'm not sure. Yaiko, and it depends. She basically uses her hair. Now that we're, like, working on the devils, she's not the devil, but she's more like sympathizer with him, but not really with other devils. She's a normal human. He's a normal human, but, working with angels. I mean, these guys are normal humans, but there's something about the angel organization, or whatever it's going to be called. Something about it. The Angevelin, or Angelavan, or whatever the fuck it would be called. The Angelic Corp? I'm just spitballing names at this point. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to call this on Thursday. I'm short on time, but you know what? I have better time than I did before, so, But yeah, she can control her hair. She can, like, make her hair, like, sharp as a knife. As a knife, or, a needle, basically. Used it to basically pin people to the wall. And that's how that works. And of course, when taken into, consideration, outside of just regular hair, body hair can also count too. So you could probably imagine that she has some kind of, like, hair on her arms, but it can be more so controlled, I would have to imagine. Maybe it's like blonde hair or something. Maybe she's a natural blonde, but she dyed her hair black. Or maybe she has black hair on her head, but blonde hair on her arms and, Unlikely. But because she's a devil, she can regenerate her hair back to normal. If she's ever in a very serious fight that requires all of her effort into not dying, or to try to kill the angel, there's a good chance you might see her, like, with half of her hair kind of just, like, gone, the other half still there, and you just see little bits and pieces of it, while there's, like, a very small amount here, but you see little bits and pieces of it slowly growing back. Unlike most humans. It's like she can... It's not ripping out hair follicles, it's like taking it out normally. I can't do it because, obviously, it's nothing there. But taking it out normally, and then, the hair follicle just regrows back again. Because she's a devil, she doesn't really fall, like, towards, like, most of the things most humans have to worry about, like balding, or diseases, or viruses. At least human, natural born viruses and whatnot. I imagine there would be somebody out there who could probably figure out a way to have a virus that affects demons that allows for them to get killed. But, again, I'm not sure yet. We're not there yet. I have at least a few characters in mind, but we're not there just yet. We're going to be there soon, but not soon enough. Yeah, like, it would make sense that her arm would be free so that she can go on ahead and, like, remove any arm hair if she can. Small amounts of arm hair. Or she can grow arm hair out, like a blade or something, like, comes out, doesn't look like hair, just looks like a blade. That would look cool. Well, sure, why the hell not? I could do that. I could make a scene like that. Alright, and since you're the closest, it probably makes the most sense for me to do next after I'm finished with this. I'm gonna go get, Kohaku over here. If I remember correctly, Kohaku means amber? I don't know why it means amber, but it means amber. I guess we could probably nickname her as Amber, but her real name is Kohaku. But that's her real name. And tidbit: this Kohaku is the little sister to Junhana, this girl over here. So her hair is dyed, obviously. She's natural brunette. But yeah, no, that she's crying because her big sister dead. And she's like Aunt Yaiko. Yaiko. Is it Yaiko or Yaiko? Probably just do Google listening thing. I don't know, is it going to show me it? Is it going to allow me to like type it in and just like have it pronounce the thing for me or whatnot? I don't know. Does it do the same thing with that? Hard to say. Well, I guess I'll figure that out at some point. Yep. I don't know what more I can add to her outfit. She just has a nice black dress with some white accents to it. It's just like a child's dress, basically. I don't really know if there's much I can add. Maybe I can add a flower. I'm not sure, really. Oof. An amber? I don't know. I don't know what an amber would look like. Unless like an amber gemstone. An amber isn't a gemstone, is it? I feel like amber's a gemstone, but maybe... In my head, I think it would be a gemstone for nothing else. In my head, I would think it's a gemstone, but scientifically, it's probably not. It's probably some kind of mineral. Is that a gemstone a mineral, though? I don't fucking know. You know me, talking out my ass 9 times out of 10. My knowledge is very little. A lot of my memory is spent towards the characters that I've created and their personalities and the way they speak and dialogue and whatnot. And all the other stuff that I'm making. Plus, I also never had the, reason to look up, I wonder what an amber is. Let me grab these informational tidbits that I'm probably never really going to use in full. I mean, yeah, I could use it here, but for what reason? I don't really have much of a reason. I guess I just don't really care about being, like, incredibly smart, or the coolest, or anything like that. I've not had any of that care. The only thing I care about is my creations, and the more creations I have, the better. Technically speaking, Heavenly Deadland, these are all new characters. Every single one of these characters is new. All of this is new. Did I get your eyes? I think that, yeah, I did. Good. I feel like I've forgotten, but I didn't. I'm pretty sure the ghouls also have, like, normal human eyes when they're, like, trying to go about living their days normally. But I definitely do want to do more things with the eyes in the series. Like, instead of just regular old ghoul eye that you see, like what this guy up here has, if I can just scroll up to him, we could do more. We can go for like the Naruto route and just have several different eyes, but it's less about eyes that do anything and more about eyes of the devil. You know that eyes isn't like that. I'm talking so much. I might just go on ahead and get myself a drink before I continue any further here. A drink of regular old water. And you know how I don't really like the taste of regular old water. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that. Be right back. Pause. Water has been acquired. Ugh. Yeah, it doesn't really like the taste of water that much. Not unless I am eating something with it, and I don't want to eat. Also, the volume's still good. Good. Great. Just gotta double check to make sure that I had that changed, because that's like an hour of talking and nothing happened. I guess I'm not thirsty enough for the water to taste good, unfortunately. But I feel slightly better, just now with terrible aftertaste. Why is that? Why the hell do I have to have the gene of not liking the taste of water? It makes having to have 8 ounces, 8 glasses, 8 days a week, or whatever the fuck it is, more difficult when I don't like the taste of water. I gotta, like, eat something with it. Or turn it into flavored water. But we've stopped buying those as of recent, so I can't exactly just do that anymore. I'm still coughing a bunch still, but what can you do? Where was I? I don't know. I'm tired, and we're getting close to the end of our time, unknowingly enough. Did I have the arm here? I did, apparently. Well, it don't matter, but I'm still going to shade it in anyways. I don't know how old this kid is. I didn't really put too much thought into it. 10, 12, 8, any age really, it doesn't matter, she's a kid. Kid holding on to Aunt Yayiko. Yayiko? Why the hell would I have to give you that name? I don't know, but you know what? Unique names is always good because it makes it easier to find the character you're looking for when, you're trying to find certain characters in the series. There's apparently a lot of Megumis, no, really 2 that I know of. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna just go on ahead and hide this. Oh, wait. Well, I guess it's fine. So this over here, I believe, is Shinichi. Shin-ichi. However the hell that one is. It is Shin with an apostrophe and then Ichi. So Shinichi. His nickname will probably be Ichi or something along the lines of that. Or he might be referred to his surname, which I don't know yet, but his full name is Shinichi. I can't recall the character, but the guy who was yelling, Jason! 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 He's inspired off of this guy here. I think he even uses a scythe too, but I can't remember. I wanted to have this guy use a scythe because, Reaper of Death or some Angel Reaper, something. Reaper that reaps the souls of devils. Sends them back to hell where they belong, kind of. The Angelic Reaper, he's supposed to be. I can't remember what that one guy looked like. But this is what this guy looks like here. And if I am close to what he looks like there in the series, well, what can you do? Because I haven't looked at the series in ages. But I wanted some, emo main character for this. So that's what, black hair he had before, then he got white hair as soon as he got centipeded. And not the good kind, and even then that's not really good compared to what most people would think. You see what happened to Hayate. Oh yeah, Hydrate, Matsuyo. Kami's easy enough to remember. Remember those girls? Of course you didn't, because I've never shown you it here outside of maybe one instance of some art time episode long ago. Can't remember. Can't remember what episode. I have so many videos out there now. It's not even funny! Acting like I'm getting like millions of subscribers like freaking, I don't know, MatPat or something, but he edits his videos, I don't. I don't really need to edit my videos outside of maybe like pausing every now and again to do certain things or something or another. Yeah, and plus I'm not really following trends, I'm just doing my own thing. Seeing several things here. I think this is technically supposed to be a line, but I don't know. I'll just go on ahead and get this in. I probably should do it like this, and then do it like this, and then I just go on ahead. Where's the line at? There's the line. Put that above the teeth. Yeah, and that will be his teeth here. The only time we'll see the black lines on the teeth is a character like him. Although, granted, I don't know if he needs to have less teeth here. Hold on, let me see. That's not what I want. Like, if I did something like this instead, so we just see, like, big teeth. Yeah, but it just looks like that one guy from Family Guy that they make fun of a whole bunch with big teeth like that. So maybe just delete this, but we just have this like that so it shows all 6. He's like doing this or something. That's basically his smile. Oh, I probably should go on ahead and put more definition on his mouth here. And it makes me wonder if I should do, like, mouth outlines as well. Hard facial outlines, but everything else is basically just like this. And not too much. Oh, yeah, of course. How could I forget? I would say he's going to get one of these, but we have to make it more prominent, like so. Or, like, you know, like that. Have it more so like this, and that's the head. I need to go to line before I do something stupid. There we go. Look at that. As I've said, some changes are going to be made, and I'll probably make them off camera if I, you know, look for the character design and see what more I can do. I don't know just yet. But my hope here is that I can get some of the characters adjusted a little bit more. And then after I've done that, I work on the outline of the background. Then we'll do the coloring, shading, texturing of the background, which is not going to be that much. But I just want to try to get, like, you know... Oh, it depends on just how big the outline is going to be. Because I want there to be, like, a little city overview or something. And it's going to be, like, a nice blue and red hue. Going to be a pretty stylistic background. I think this one's more so going to be stylistic, unlike the other ones that it more so shows a little bit of the scenes here and there. This one will also show scenes, but it will also be more stylistic. I want to try to get that kind of movie poster-esque appearance here, but doing it in a more, I don't know, what do you call it, style. We'll see what occurs. I'll have to try to figure out, like, better, like, overlaying effects. Not overlaying effects, but like foreground bits and bobs to add to the background. Maybe keep out signs or like some flowers and whatnot. Chances are we might not finish this tomorrow. Hope I can. Maybe worst case scenario, just call out the entirety of Thursday, but I'd rather not, so I don't know. We'll see. The rate that I'm talking, I'm going to have to call out in general because I'm going to be freaking sore and tired and probably sick a little. But I'm always sick. It always feels like I'm sick every goddamn freaking time. Wait, what? Wait, are you B or are you D? What are you? What are you? God dang it! Show yourself! Also, were you supposed to be something else? What the hell? I don't know what that was. It was sweat or something. I think this was supposed to be like up here or something. It's fine. It's fine. It's an easy fix. I could just go on ahead, take the clone tool, and get this dealt with like so. Oh! Never mind, I was wrong. That's fine enough. That's not fine. I will tell you that much for no. Oh, you didn't even reach the edge there. Well, I guess just a finite edge or some shish. There we go. Doesn't really matter too much so long as it looks good and is close to what it needs to look like. Alright, let's see. Alright, so that's a 1C apparently. So then what the hell are you? 1C? You're also 1C. Wait, why didn't you change that? I thought I was trying... Okay, it's hard to tell with white hair. It really is. It really is hard to tell with white hair whether or not I'm getting some of this shade in. I guess if that's the case, then also... Is there any... No, there isn't. I might as well try to get this side a bit more darker and this side also a bit more darker a little bit. Maybe not all of it. God damn it. Maybe not all of it. Whew, even with all that I gotta do, this is still a lot. Oh, and it's almost 4 o'clock. I mean, at least the texturing process isn't going to be bad. Man, I should have tried to stop recording at around like the hour mark of Game Crafters, but I was too in the zone to stop, so I just kept going until I got some of the UI finished. This is why I need to try to get back into the habit of recording Game Crafter every goddamn Saturday after my shows, but I can't do that because I got so much that I gotta do in the drawing department. Like I said, I worked on Lustful Horrors to try to get the entirety of that drawn. Then I worked on the outline of this, and then after I finished the coloring of this alongside the outline, or at least some of it, because there might be some changes and adjustments that I'm going to make here and there. Then after all of that, there's going to, of course, be the, There was Adventurous Army that we had to get done with as well. Plus, I was at my cousin's on Saturday for dinner. I think it was like a Mother's Day dinner or something, and most of the family was there. Oh, I had apparently... I don't know what this would be called, technically speaking, but it was orange soda mixed with vodka. I've never had vodka before, but I was surprised of how much the orange soda vodka combination tasted like actually orange cream soda. There was a little tinge in the back from the, the alcohol, but compared to most of the other alcohol that I had, now that one was more bearable, enough to where I could just chuck the whole thing down. But, I don't know, outside of that, I didn't really feel anything else. Maybe I was a little bit buzzed. There wasn't even that much there. It was like, I don't know, this much vodka, and then we filled it up with orange soda or some shish. Needless to say, that was good. That's great. I'm glad I'm at least broadening my horizons. I've never really had the interest in drinking, honestly. I don't know why. It's not something. After my mum passed away, I had like my first shot, and apparently I took it way better than my cousin, or at least the oldest cousin, who apparently is an avid drinker. Not like avid as an alcoholic, but an avid drinker. Well, then again, I am freaking large as hell. 6 foot and probably around 250. I mean, the last I checked on like a normal scale, shoes off and all. Well, not clothes either, but shoes. And it was like 244. I don't know if much has changed. These has definitely gotten bigger, but my stomach doesn't feel like it's gotten any bigger. It's just kind of stayed the same. So I guess my inherent size has basically made me heavyweight? I don't know what the... I don't drink as much to even know what the hell that is. Like, I can't tell most of the times. I'm not, like, entirely too sure what the hell would be like to be drunk, buzzed, or whatnot. Most of the times, my brain feels like it's drunk already. I'm sober right now. No alcohol in my system whatsoever. But yet, I still feel as though that my brain is just not turning on. Which is annoying. To say the least, it's annoying. I might expand upon this guy's scythe, because his scythe looks too simplistic. It's not going to be in the same vein as Shikama's scythe, that's for certain. Or even Aqua's scythe. But it's got to at least look more unique. Granted, we're not even able to see most of the scythe here. We don't see what most of it looks like right now. But I think it's already explained in the episode, assuming I remember it. The fuck was his name again? Shinichi's scythe is, retractable, I guess. Like, the blade kind of just, like, goes out or something like this. And it's way longer. He has, like, a much larger scythe. Alright, so then there's Kentaro, which is this guy right over here. I still got 5 more characters to shade in, Jesus Christ. I got a texture and all that stuff. Okay, so Kentaro, devil, obviously. This guy right here has the ability to control his muscle mass. So he can get, it's like All Might, essentially. The only major difference is his skinny form is more so used to move extremely fast, whereas All Might's skinny form is weak as all hell. At the very least, in the previous form, he might be a little bit stronger now that he's, worked out in this form, but, But yeah, he has basically the ability to control his muscle mass. And this is his power. I don't know what his power is. And also, I don't think his face is probably going to change a bit more. It's probably going to be more defined. Eyes are probably going to be more, I don't know. There's something in mind for him. And hair is probably also going to change as well. Not as curly, but like thick curly is probably the idea that I have for this one. For this guy, who I don't know the name, don't remember the name of. I'll have to look it up once I'm done with Kentaro, or probably move the U next, who knows. Kentaro. He is essentially the, I guess, secondary protagonist. These two are kind of the secondary protagonists, although she's more so resentful towards Hanakuma. Because technically, she believes that he's the reason for Jun Hana's death. Because she did want him to protect him. Told him to get out of here and get as far away from here as possible. Whatever the hell she said in this thing. Because, again, I'm drawing this before I'm writing the episode. I just know the basic plot points. I really just don't know what the dialogue is going to be exactly. Which is fine, because that doesn't have to get done with immediately. Alright. Where the hell did the cat go? Oh, she was... I guess she's over there instead. Who knows? I might be refreshed, but I just don't have a good aftertaste in the back of my mouth every time I drink that. I don't know if your hair is going to change as much. It's kind of what I want it to be. Shaggy, long. Your hair, I just need to be more curly, but thick curly, not like small curls. I'll have to figure something out. I'll figure something out. Technically tonight. Anyways, yeah. I don't know what his ability is yet, and I don't think we're going to know this episode either. We are going to see him talking. He is going to have some speaking role. Maybe not too big, but he's still going to have a speaking role. I don't want him to be the emo looking. I want him to be like, this scummy-esque kind of masculine guy, but also who has a heart of gold and respectful towards, most people, especially towards friends. He's essentially the ex of Junhana. Don't ask me why. I don't. That was basically just the plot point there. Will we hit upon that plot point? Probably not. Uncertain. Outcome is unclear. I'm not entirely too sure if we're going to have too much backstory with him. Considering the fact that this isn't necessarily a love story, but more so just a war between those who worship God and those who worship Satan, or at least they think they worship. I mean, they are humans who have the power of the devil. That is the case. They do have the power of the devil, and they are technically considered devils. But, yeah. Yeah, that's essentially what we've got going for us right here. Little tidbits and pieces and whatnot, but don't expect any romance plots, because it's most likely not going to happen. Little bits and pieces, maybe, we'll see, but it's not going to be anything significant or plot-inducing. I mean, technically it is kind of plot-inducing because his girlfriend dies. And also, it more so affects everybody else in the group. But hey, at least she dies on good terms, saving someone who she probably thought was a human. Again, I don't know what that's going to be like yet. Well, I need to move the shirt up then. I have no clue what that's going to be like just yet. Whether or not it's known or not, it doesn't really matter. Is it really spoiler-based if she knew that he was a devil? Not really. And even if she did, what does it matter? This means that she found somebody who is like her. Wait a minute. You fool. Go back a bit. Woo! Oh. I don't exactly know what the thing is in Chainsaw Man with Kobeni being apparently homophobic. I don't know if that's the case from what the meme that I've seen, but she has feelings for Junhana. More so than just a friend relationship. She wanted to take it to the next level, but she can't really do that. Not with, Junhana. So I guess that's one thing different with her. Don't expect too much in the way of romance plot with any of the characters here. I'm just letting you know that right now so you don't get disappointed in the future. Well, I guess technically if you had that there, your hand would be going kind of a little over, wouldn't it? Hard to say, really. Man, it's 4:10 right about now, or at least around that time. Ugh. This is taking longer than I expected, and I still have like at least a few complex characters to shade in outfit-wise. Jeezums. Part of me was hoping I can get this done with quickly. How long has it been so far? An hour and a half? Yeah, if I had just gotten Game Crafters done with sooner, I would have probably been fine. But it looks like we're going to be going to sleep late. So I do want to try to get all... I swear, I just can't seem to keep these things where they need to be, can I? Finger 1D, delete, good. Great. Supposed to have his hand like here, where you can't really see much of his fist. Although I guess I probably could just, like, I don't know, set up a hand here. And we'll do the same thing with this here, but you can't see that there, and there's that. Then you just go over here. It also would help if I didn't have moments like this where everything just fails on me. Don't know why I use that, but it's fine. It doesn't matter, so long as it keeps the shade that it needs to be from this direction. Did I do this? I don't think I did. And if I did, I didn't do it as much as I should have. Wait, where the hell am I? What was this again? Oh, that. No, I don't want that. Okay, and as for the beard, I don't know. Lighter. Alright, where are we? Alright, now we're going to Takahiro. Again, I might be changing him up a bit. I don't know yet. Hair? I seem fine. I can't tell. There's something I could do to make him look different, because there's some characters that I like had an idea on what I wanted them to look like, but I couldn't see their face clearly. No idea. I don't know who the hell or what the hell I wanted him to look like. I'd say this is as close as I could get, but I don't really know 100% for a fact. Hard to say, really. Hard to say. But he is like that one guy who was with the Jason guy. That's basically just their group. Mimicking that. Not really mimicking it so much, so to speak. And I don't know if his hair color is the one that I want. Do I want it to be like more like a darker brown, or... Well, we'll see what happens when we shade it in. Shading in will probably make it look more like what I want it to look like, but like I said before, I don't know. This guy and the other blonde guy, the one I haven't shaded in yet, are the ones that I'm not entirely too sure of, and what I want them to look like. I am not entirely too sure. It's hard to say. I could definitely do more with these characters. I just don't know what more I could do. What could I change? What could I, like, make look better? It's hard to say. I don't know. Tell me the beard is there. Okay, good. For a second there, I thought the beard wasn't there. Yup. Oh, man, this is going to take a while. I mean, we're almost done with the shading. There's only, like, after this guy, 3 more characters left to shade in. There's just so much that I gotta do, and I don't have a lot of time to do it. I could take solace in the fact that Plate-Up didn't take that long, thankfully. But then there was Game Crafters that took up most of the time. See, if I had just gotten that done within an hour, then I would have been good. But I didn't. And see, another thing, and I'm not sure if this is the kind of suit that I want him to have. What was his name again? Yeah, Takahiro. I'm not sure if this is the suit I want Takahiro to have. Takahiro, whatever, doesn't exactly matter. His name is his name. I can't figure it out. You figure it out? Good. If I can't figure it out, well, at least somebody figured it out. At least most of his body is hidden hand as well, so you shouldn't take too long. And we got, like, the bosses back there. I don't know how many, like, of the, what do you call it, the opposing guys were on the in Tokyo Ghouls instance, the ones that were fighting for against the ghouls. I don't know how many there were of those characters. There had to have been at least a few. I definitely do want to try to give like a lot of those guys types here. Instead of just having it just be like a handful of these angel guys, there's got to be more. Regular soldiers too, who are basically just angels in training, but not trained enough to have anything outside of basic weaponry, like maybe a sword or a gun strong enough to pierce through most demons' bodies. Wait a minute, ya fucking fool. Okay, I'll have this behind the vest. And apparently the shirt. Good. Why that wasn't behind that in the first place, I don't know. I'm going to do an arm first before I do anything else. I can just have that kind of combine in like so. I think a lot of people might find this guy to be their most favorite character. He's a guy who is, working for the angels to try to keep a world safe for his wife and child. His wife, on the other hand, is not really, mentally sound. Alcoholic, gambling, maybe, probably, we'll see. She's just not really, on good terms with anything. And he's trying to keep the world safe for those two by risking his life to try to give them a good life. Well, is that doing anything since, But he's still trying his damnedest. And he's more sincere. He's more psychotic about killing devils. But he's more sincere. And he's like a rookie, kind of, I guess. I don't know. I think it might be too. It depends, because he's a bit more larger here, which makes sense because it's showcasing most of these characters in full. I think that takes care of most of that, anyways. All right, then there's Osuke. Osuke. O-S-U-K-E. Again, like I said, I might change up most of his facial appearance. He might have a bit more of a jawline. Maybe similar to his at some point. We'll see. A thinner jawline, but thicker than this. Or a thicker jawline, but not as thick as that. Whatever the hell the words of which I mean to say is supposed to be said. I don't know. It's hard to say. Hair color might be fine. I'm uncertain. I'm beginning to notice that I usually give people more of average size face when I want to try to give some people longer faces. I don't know, I have a very specific style. It's hard to really say. All I know is that I gotta try to add more to these characters, like outfits and appearances if I can, if possible. I don't have to add that much, but I need to add at least a few aspects to them to make them look a bit more unique instead of just like, like what I did with this guy's shirt. Before it was just basically a regular old sweatshirt. Now it has a little bit more design to it. Which is good, but I still can't help but feel like there's something else that's missing here. Yeah, like actually have full-on curls here instead of like what this looks like, what this mess looks like. I'm still going to shade it in and texture it though, but chances are it's going to change. I'm just doing this so that we have this set and ready to roll. Might not have this here, most likely. I think his curls might be more like, the way his hair looks out, but, have more curls down here and then curls here or something. It depends. I am going to have to literally try to bash my head against a brick wall trying to figure out what exactly his hair looks like in my head, what his face looks like right now currently in my head, and try to replicate that onto this. I think you have a longer face. You have more narrow eyes than that, less triangular like that. It's hard to explain what kind of eyes you have. It's like this and that. Right now you look more upset because, you know, X died, but still friends with her. So technically a friend died. Ooh, my neck. Can't wait to be finished with this so I can just lay down and relax. Both my neck and my throat. Like I said, the texture process is going to take too long, but it depends, really. Yeah, you're most likely going to have some changes. Didn't I already do that? I did. I just didn't do this. Or at least I did do it, but I didn't notice any differences. Yeah, like, he doesn't have the outlines around his eyes. I don't know if that's going to stay. Like I said, some things will change. You're going to look at the you're going to look at the thumbnail, and then you're going to look at the first episode, and you're going to be like, holy shit, that's a different person. By the time I'm done with trying to figure out how to make him look the way I want him to look. Why did you have hands? I could have just made you without hands like the others, but I didn't. I decided to do this. I don't exactly know what kind of ability he has, but it has to do with something more so about, like, Air Force. He's able to, like, accumulate a huge amount of Air Force to, like, throw at things, push away angels and whatnot. That's his ability. At least something along the lines of that. Again, I can't say 100% for a fact, because I don't know just yet. I think that's what that's going to be, though. Something like that. Yup. Trying to rest my voice because I feel like shish. Need to rest my voice because I'm really coursing it. I knew it was going to take a while to shade these freaking characters, and it's 1:47 right now. Can you believe it? But, yeah. Yeah, I got nothing more to say right now. I'm just trying to preserve my voice energy so that I can continue to not have to worry about a sore throat. Apparently now sore throats consist of being able to feel my uvula. It's like you're now aware of your breathing. Or you're now manually breathing. Either one works, I guess. It's like you're now aware of your uvula. Why is it like that? I don't know, and I don't like it. At least it hasn't swollen to Wade levels of proportion. Speaking... Okay, install now, you fucking dumbass. Jesus Christ, the stupid phone. Huh? Did I just see an ear flicker? I don't know, I thought I saw an ear flicker, but apparently not. Are you back there, cat? Yep, you're sitting on the table. I didn't see an ear flicker. It's just my eye flickering, apparently. Oh no, Slender Man. Kill yourself. Peter! What? I was just joking. And, yeah, that's how that went. Although I don't think he laughed. Let alone laughed like that, but what do I know? Oy. There's still 2 more left. I don't know who's next. It might be the one on the right, it might be the one on the left. I can't say, really. S1E1 coming up. I see. Cool, great, fantastic. S1E1 coming up. And thumb. Okay, good. Like I said, I'm probably going to adjust this character a little bit more, but yeah. There he is, Osuke. Okay, good. So here we got Mukadetoru. Basically the boss of this group. Long name. He's not going to be in the group like fully just yet. It's like the boss is away at the moment. We'll just see like little showing of him, if I remember correctly. But I guess he'll have importance. I gotta figure out what I want to do with him. But outside of that, yeah, we've got this guy over here. This guy is showing his demon side, or devil side. Got a nice giant scarf. That looks pretty cool. Don't exactly know where most of his, what do you call it, is, but it's fine. The scarf is pretty huge, though. One of the only characters in the Devil's side that has, well, for now, that has a more unique design. Which makes me wonder if I should do that with some of these characters. I wonder if I could, like, just go for a Japanese fashion or some shit for some characters' outfit designs, because I feel like that's what some people would do. Try to make, like, some unique-ass fashion statement or something with this character's design. Maybe not go full-blown JoJo, but at the very least go somewhat close so that we can go on ahead and get what we need. Ooh, this is taking forever. It's literally probably 4:30 right now. Ugh. He's got like a nice bun here. I'll buy like more of his hair tied up in this strange setup. Oh man. Oh man. I was hoping I'd be done with this by now, but this is taking way longer than I would have liked for it to have taken. I mean, this is it was almost 2 freaking hours, which is about the time that I was expecting for me to be done with this, but I took too long in Game Crafters, and now look at me rushing to try to get this done with. This character, I think, is fine as he is. I don't think there's anything more I can do with him just yet. We haven't seen too much of the character's like lower body, so most of it doesn't really matter. Oof, part of me wonders if I should just hold off on the texturing process until tomorrow, but I don't know. How long do you think it's going to take? There's a lot, but it's not like we have too much to have to worry about. A character like him that has a lot more cloth to him, yeah, we got to worry about him, but maybe it's not as bad as you might be led to believe, as I might be led to believe. We are led to believe it, but I don't know. We'll see. It's hard to say. Okay, reduce this a bit, a little bit more, because I do want to have that do that. And not do this. And that's the thing, we're trying to get a good-looking scarf, but try not to take too long on it so we don't like stick to it for like hours. The idea is to try to go through it as quickly as we can as we try to draw this. See, I usually work faster. I try not to half-aff it as well. Yeah, sure. You want to have some half-assed statement? Just say Half-assed it. I don't even know what the hell I said before. I forgot. But you have the word you needed prior, so, you know, there you go. If you want to use that or something. Half-assed it. Yep. Alf. If I just don't say the A and just say the H in the A part, you know. Don't say the H, just say the A part. Ass. Is that right, cat? Ye who stained the floor with years of your freaking cat food flinging. Dangle removed all the cat food from the floor. But, oh, guess what? It's stained into the floor now because it just all was there. What do you want me to do with that? Nothing, apparently. I imagine it can be clean, but it's probably going to be a huge pain in the ass. Alright, so there's that. Now for the head of this character over here, whose name, as soon as I go ahead and hide this guy, is Masashi. Old. Don't know how long he'll have in this world. But he's probably one of those old characters who are just like, OP is all hell. Depends, really. He might not be a character we're going to see too much of, but he's at least going to be introduced first episode. Since we got, you know, the leader of at least this particular group of devils. We have the leader of the angels. It makes sense. It does make sense. Okay, I'm probably going to do just the texture off camera, actually. It's not going to take that long, and while I'm doing that, I can do some adjustments. I feel like that's a million times better than just forcing myself for like another 30 minutes to get textures done with. Granted, it's not like the texture's going to take 30 minutes, but we already got so much time with this one that I don't really need to really worry about expanding the time. Also, my shoulder's just giving me shish right now. And I just want to lay down and relax. I've essentially just been doing nothing but talking non-stop today. Both at work as I plan out by myself what I plan on doing. Oh, I should have seen that coming. Easy enough to fix, no problem. Might as well get the eye patch set then, I guess. Oh, good, that's done. Finally, it's 1:35. Yeesh. At least I'm almost done with this. Almost 2 hours now of only shading. Why do you think I do most of this off camera? Because otherwise I'm just be sitting here talking for hours on end, trying to get this done with as quickly as I can. I am just growing restless. Mostly because I thought I would have been done with this by now, but I'm not. I'm far from it. I'm far from done. That makes me wonder if I should add more to his appearance here. Hard to tell. He definitely is quite a unique character. Wearing his militant outfit, or whatever the hell organization outfit this is. What you want, cat? Birthday cat? Well, past, but I'd say this is more like your birth week. They're like Trina Vega from that one show from a long time ago. Ah, yes, of course. The show that was made by Dan Holder-Tyler. She's a fighter, Snyder. I say in Fred Flintstone's voice, or at least my Fred Flintstone's voice. This is how I do Fred's voice. Don't ask me why, that's the thing I just defaulted to. I don't even think I could do actual Fred Flintstone's voice, but I do kind of like that one better. Because he sounds like a graveled old veteran. Yeah, so we got like a nice beige tan outfit appearance. Is it basically supposed to sport, you know, calming, soothing colors, giving people a peace of mind? When they see this man, they know that they are safe from the devils. I mean, one thing you can say for certain is these guys, or at least some of them, have an obligation to protect the innocents from the devils. Even though not all the devils are considered bad. Some are technically considered bad, but it's just more of a case of fuck around and find out kind of deal. Oh yeah, and I would say there probably isn't going to be any instances of, only needing to eat human flesh, that kind of restriction for the ghouls. I would say it's probably going to be more so devils are carnivorous. Mostly. They could probably eat fruit. They could probably do that. And it'll probably be similar to, the demons from Demon Slayer, and the more that they kill, the more powerful they become. Simply put. I guess that would mean that certain characters probably are, well, it's not like kill, but more like consume the blood of. It's either through natural strength generation or pushing the boundaries past its limits and growing via the consumption of human blood. Either way, I don't really fully know, but it's not going to be similar to the fact that they can only eat human flesh. Because he is a devil and he didn't even know it, the guy down there. Hana Akuma. So how did he survive? He still eats. Simple as that. Or it could be that devils don't need to eat, but they can still eat regular food. Or it could just be the case of they're still technically humans. It's just humans that have been influenced by the devil's powers. I don't know the reason behind ghouls. Are they like a virus or something? It's like advanced zombies, except they're not actual zombies, but, humans given powers of a supernatural being or whatnot. I don't really recall. It's been a while. I don't remember what the hell the lore was with that one. I'm trying to make my own lore here while still trying to gather inspiration from the series. But I would at least know some things, remind myself of some things, so I can either avoid it and try to make my own new thing, or use it as inspiration for certain scenes or certain characters or whatnot. All in all, it's a simplistic idea that I have in mind, but is it going to take a while to get to certain scenes that I've been looking forward to get to. I'm trying to come up with some stuff for the next set of episodes. I have an idea for 2 and 3, both drawing-wise and plot-wise, because the plot's going to start off pretty small, or slow, I mean. Slow. The plot's going to start off pretty slow. And it's not going to have too... I mean, it kind of does kick it off very quickly with a character dying. But yeah. I also got to remember I got to be informative of certain things. Do lore dumps, but don't have them be too big. Brief lore dumps if we need to. Drip feed some lore. Maybe even give some subtle lore and whatnot. All in all, I have been trying to learn from all the other stuff that I have been doing. It's just very difficult to try to keep up with doing certain things that I want to do because I'll forget. I'm like, oh wait, wasn't I supposed to do something? And I realize what I was supposed to do, and it's already too late. The thing is published. Sure, I can adjust it, but I just feel like I'll leave it as it is and whatnot. Is that everything shade-wise? Probably missed something. Let's be real here. Something is missed. Oh, Christ. Okay, Ooh, man, yeesh. I'm probably going to definitely adjust some things. I might make your eyes smaller. I might adjust definitely adjusting your face and hair. I'll figure out a way to adjust some things here. See if I can add more to your outfit. You three should be fine. I could probably add something more to you, maybe. Like, there's a few things I can add here. I don't know. You'll see in the next episode, once the entirety of this has been textured, some things have changed and other things have changed. There's just a lot that I have to do, but I'm tired, and I don't feel like going further. So, 2 hours of content in terms of shading and doing all that stuff, it's fine enough. So there you go, folks. There's the birthday cat again. There's the tail. So there you go, folks. Thank you all for watching this part of today's episode of Art Time. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more, check out that there playlist, and of course, here's episode of Art Time right over here, and the next part of today's episode right over here. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next part of this episode. Later.